Can you hear the fire department? I'm at the park, so they're driving in the vicinity, laying on the horns and sirens. They do this every time I leave my house and go to a park, if they're not stalking and following me themselves. Now, at the house, they got the neighbors banging nonstop on the wall, and they're sending aerial surveillance circling my home. I'm sending them emails telling them to stop harassing me. They're doubling down, sending more louder tractor trailers that are not approved for neighborhood areas. They're sending them through the street so the whole entire home foundation shakes. You hear them? This is a nonstop harassment I have to deal with. If I leave my home, they harass me with sirens. See? You see them? Station 21. Now they're about to do that all the way down the street to my house. Actually, no, they just circled, they just turned the corner. So they're actually circling where I parked my car at with sirens. United States government. See how they refuse to leave me alone? DeKalb County Fire Department goes out of their way. Greg Rucker. Now, Greg Rucker already was targeting me in 2021. As you can see, he hasn't stopped. He has not stopped. United States government. And then here they come with the aerial surveillance. That's the government. Right before I left my house, they had someone outside laying on the horn as well while the neighbor was banging on the wall. See, they track me 24/7. They locate my phone GPS and they locate my vehicle low jack. So they stalk me using those methods and refuse to leave me alone. The government tells them to do this. Pam Bondi, she's new. Cash Patel, they're new. They've been waiting to get on to do something like this. You saw the news before they got hired. So they've been waiting to get hired so they can continue what Merrick Brian Garland and his sidekick was doing before they got there, and the group before them, because this has been going on since 2015. United States government targeting civilians, and then decided to start targeting them with directed energy weapons because Congress was like, you know what, we're not going to do anything about it. We're about to give you another $55 billion so you can do whatever you want to anybody in the United States. And we'll just pay off newspapers to suppress. We'll continue harassing them with public safety. And if they call police on us, we'll swat their homes, move neighbors next door to bang nonstop on their walls, file fraudulent police reports, foreclose on their home illegally, coordinating with the judges. Everybody's involved. Because I told you, Kathy Duro, the Duro Albany mayor, his sister, she decided to take the contract on our property, her law firm, Duro and Duro. So they've been throwing snakes down by my window. They've been harassing me. You can hear people banging on the walls. I send them the video. They say, "Oh, I didn't hear anything. It's unfounded." Then put a $40,000 fine on my account so I couldn't sell my home, and then coordinated with Wells Fargo and DeKalb County Tax Authority to lower the price. Increased the price right before they foreclosed on it, and then now saying the property is worth $590, but has the auction site saying it's worth $671. United States government. Nonstop 24/7 harassment. They refuse to leave me alone. Congress, no agency. ACLU, NAACP, leadership committee, can't even contact them because the little Catherine Clark, they only hired her because I was emailing her before she even got hired to alert her what was going on. So of course, whatever fraternity, sorority, organization she belongs to, they're all for it. So they hired her, put her in the civil rights division, and then she basically got up in there and ignored every civil rights case that was ever sent to her department. And then right now they're just basically ripping it up. They're not doing anything in the civil rights department. You might as well just don't even send anything over there. This is a waste of your time. Waste of your time that send FOIA requests. They don't answer FOIA requests. They're supposed to return responses within 20 days. They refuse to answer FOIA requests, but instead double down on harassing me, targeting me with aerial surveillance, military helicopters, shooting my home up with pellets with the apartment complex across the street, and then the HOA board, Turnberry Gates HOA board, and then lying about it. Police refuse to investigate or write a police report because they have to investigate and follow up on it. So they don't want to follow up on something that they themselves are involved in. The United States government. Like Meghan McCain, she said, they say, no peace, bitch. That's what the United States government, that's their motto. That's their motto, targeting black people for no reason at all. All I did was try to work at Jackson National Life Insurance, like my peers, and not get assaulted by the white males that I was working with stress balls, targeting my head with stress balls. United States government. And then after the person assaulted me, they promoted him, gave him $1 million job in New York. So he's still working that job. They promoted him in 2010. And since that time period, they've been targeting and terrorizing me from state to state. Jackson National Life Insurance. Don't buy any policy from them. Don't even call them. If you do, make sure the person that you're buying a policy with is licensed, because the state of Colorado, the state of Tennessee, and the state of Michigan does not care if they hire people to solicit products from financial advisors, and those individuals, number one, aren't licensed, and number two, just make up anything to tell the advisors. So the advisor's making up anything, selling it to his clients. They swap out the wholesalers, get in a new team every 5 to 6 years, and then the other person's like, well, this product that I purchased, the benefit base is not working the way that the person said it was going to work. Of course it's not, because they lied to you to get you to purchase the product. Jackson doesn't care what their wholesalers are doing, because they're getting approval from the United States government to have former employees assaulted with directed energy weapons and submitting fraudulent documentation and salary data with the EEOC, a federal agency's approval. So that's why they're torturing me, targeting, harassing me with police surveillance, because they paid out over 25 individuals in various states, using fraudulent payroll data to settle discrimination claims. And because I found the fraud within that data, the EEOC refused to correct it, but instead decided to swap out everybody that was working on the case, add in new people. Jackson National decided to add another law firm, so they're on their 5th law firm. And what they've been doing is all of them approving and accepting the fraud, each and every last one of them. And they're like, don't worry about it. You don't have to be concerned, because if she contacts anyone, all the agencies are approved by law enforcement to, number one, ignore her, number two, assault her, number two, file fraudulent police reports on her, and number two, defame her. So that's what they've been doing. Before they started all of this, they were calling me psycho and crazy. The United States government, before they started doing all of this, they had the attorney, Heather. She's a criminal. She's a straight up criminal. So they had her, not only she's a criminal, she's a liar. There's on the record, she has lied, got ticked off that I recorded her lying, and then told the judge not only to restrict my filing, but to make sure that I'm not recording because she doesn't like what I have to say. She's the ABH here. She lies for a living. She's involved in her family is involved in a $2 billion lawsuit with co-counsel, their co-counsel that submitted the fraudulent discovery. Because while they were harassing me and doing all this nonsense, they burnt down the Marshall area, in Marshall, Colorado. They burnt down that area. Now, if you look it up in the Bible, it talks about Marshall. So Heather, Teresa Carson Perkins, her and her military family, and the psychos that they're coordinating with to harass me, they like to use stuff from the Bible. So they'll pick a verse from the Bible, like Mayor Mock for Chambly. They hired him because Mock's in the Bible. And what they'll do is they're matching individuals up to Bible scriptures, and then they're using that, manipulating the scriptures, and then targeting and terrorizing people. The United States government, this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing with their time, with taxpayer resources. Now, the $2 billion Xcel Energy fire burnt down 37 homes in Colorado in December 2021, because in October 2021, that's when they were trying to break into my home. That's when they were breaking into my home, shutting off the power, having police delete fraudulent police reports. During that same period in Colorado, they were coordinating with the fire department to burn down homes. The new home that the Carsons are living in, the construction worker died. Now, you read your books and you know about things in the books, occult things in the books. They will kill a construction worker and bury the construction worker in the property to dedicate the foundation of the property. So the construction company knew they were going to murder this person that day. And they murdered him. Now the Carsons, they about to live on his burial site, because that's how psycho they are. That's how crazy they are. And then the United States government is helping them with the $2 billion lawsuit to sue Xcel Energy, even though they're the ones that burnt down the property, that burnt down the 37 homes with the fire department, the same fire departments they have harassing me, the United States government. You heard it here first.